Hi everyone, in this Framer tutorial we're gonna look into this circular icon animation that appears on hover. When I hover over the button, multiple icons get rotated and this really interesting animation which overflows the boundaries of the button happens. This effect actually looks even better when there are multiple buttons lined up. As you see here, I move to the next button. The previous animation kinda gets rewound as the new one starts. You can find the remix link in the description below, and let's get started. Let's check the button component. I created 3 variants for the colors as you see, and each one has its own hover state. First thing I changed in the hover state was increasing the border's opacity to create a visual effect. And of course the other one is the icon rotate animation. I placed the icon in a 300 by 300 frame, centered vertically and placed on the left. That icon wrapper frame helps the rotation to happen around the origin I want. And since I'm placing the icon in a very big frame, it needed to have absolute position, but I still wanted button to be a stack, which helps button to be resized depending on the text size. As you can see on the right panel, when I select the blue variant, width and height is set to fit content. So I needed to use more padding on the left. As you see here, it's twice the right padding, having 56 pixels. I also needed to set icon wrappers pointer events to none, since hovering over it was triggering the button hover, so another key point to mention. On button hover, we switch to icon wrappers active variant, which starts the animation. Let's check its states. You can see in its default state, there are 5 icon wrapper frames and all have absolute position except the first one. That way we can stack them on top of each other. And when we switch to its active state on hover, since it has an appear transition to active to variant, we see the animation starts with the second icon frame, as it has its rotate value set to 300 degrees under transforms. Then rotate animation continues. In each active variant, we rotate the next icon, as you see, third one in the active 3 variant, but we set 0.2 seconds of delay to create that nice stagger effect in the animation. Each icon gets rotated with a slight delay following the previous one. After rotating all of them, I placed an extra variant, which is active 6, to create an instant transition to the active variant. As you can see in its appear transition settings, it has a 1 second of delay and its target is the first active variant. And you can see its transition is set to instant. That way, when the animation is completed, we see a 1 second of pause before icons start to get rotated again. Let's check our animation again to see it after all those variants and settings. And we can see once more how that animation cycle gets initiated after a delay at the end of each loop. And that's it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, check my other tutorials, and see you in the next one.